Welcome back. The X-Index 2023 report by Havas Group reveals that in India, we are in the era of hyper experience where consumers have the highest of expectations from brands across every touch point, from meeting efficiency needs to creating a superior emotional experience. This X-Index 2023 India report is the proprietary customer experience barometer by Havas CX India, the specialized customer experience unit of Havas Creative Group India, which was launched in October 2020. Sharing with us the findings of this report exclusively, we are in conversation with Prashant Tekwani, Managing Partner, Havas CX India, and Tarun Jha, Chief Executive Officer of Havas Creative India, who joined us in the studio earlier this week. Joining us today to tell us more about their X-Index India Report 2023, we have Prashant Tekwani, Managing Partner, Havas CX India, and Tarun Jha, Chief Executive Officer of Havas Creative India. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you so much for sharing this report exclusively with us. Prashant, my first question to you is, what are the key takeaways, what are the key insights from the X-Index India report, and how is it different as compared to the global one?
So, X-Index is a resource that is used by the brands not only to evaluate where they stand in front of the consumers, but it is also a very valuable tool to talk about in what sense can feedback be taken across from the learnings that they have from the consumers. We evaluate basically on 4 different parameters. Unlike last year, what we've done is we've extended the parameters on which we evaluate. Last year we evaluated people on the basis of only functional and emotional. What we have done is this year is we've gone into extending it towards collective as well as personal. What is not surprising that has come out in the report is India, for the second year in the running, has come out to be a very emotionally driven country. What it essentially means is basically when the consumer is actually going ahead and making a purchase, or in the consumer journey, the customer is actually looking at engaging with the brand a lot more. It is not just a functional conversation of adding your product to the cart, but it is a lot more than that. And what's surprising has come out is the fact that we are in alignment with at least another 4 countries, which is some of them are developed and some of them are developing countries like US, Germany and Mexico are also emotionally driven countries, so to say.
And if you can also throw in some challenges, of making this report happen for a country like ours.
There were about 54,000 consumers that we've spoken to. This report has gone across 10 different countries. We have about 500 brands that we evaluated for this report as well. There are 3 different learnings that have come out. A differentiated journey has become very paramount for them. Second thing that has come out very strongly in India also is the fact that when you are in the journey, the consumer is looking at more from the brand. When I say more from the brand, they are looking at how can they learn in the consumer journey as well. And more importantly, how is content being a lot more important. Third thing which has come out, and I think this is the result of a lot of what has happened in the last 3-4 years in the pandemic and also the socio-economic conditions that we are going through right now. The consumers are also looking at how are brands creating communities right now.
What should be the key takeaways for brands from this? How can they exceed consumer expectations?
See, I've been a client marketer, so I can understand from the other side also what customers expect, what clients expect. What has happened is traditional businesses have, some of them have not scaled up, and the new businesses in this country have set the bar very high in terms of delivering excellent customer experience. Now, where do these traditional businesses go? So they have to find solutions, and it's not easy to find an end-to-end solution because, and some of the times, the companies also, the brands also do not exactly realize what the customer is expecting. The customers are expecting the same kind of experience from offline as well as online touchpoints. And that is a bit difficult to achieve. And that is our task, what we do.
Yeah, perfect. Also, some of the brands that have emerged out of India are much different actually as compared to the global counterparts. For example, Apple doesn't exist, in the top 10 list. So quickly, we'll take a look at a couple of brands that, that have topped the list in India, if you can play. So here are some of the top 10 brands in India right in front of the screen. So Airbnb is, the top brand in terms of consumer experience. Then we have Nexa, which is understood the way in which Maruti Suzuki has premiumized its offering over the past couple of years. Hyundai, UTI, DBS, which is another surprise for me. Then there is Digit, Tata Click, then there is Citroen, which is a fairly new entrant into the India market. There is Agio and there is Nike. So if you can throw in some light on, how did these brands take these top 10 positions, much different as compared to the global, list.
So, Shivani, to be honest with you, we were all surprised in India when Apple did not take the top spot, because the last few years on every parameter, Apple kind of beat everyone hollow. But there were certain brands, for example, Airbnb, taking the consideration of what Airbnb did. They decided to implement certain future forward ideas, so to say. Today, when you go to Airbnb, it is not just about booking a vacation. It is not about just booking a homestay. It is about a lot more than that. It is about how do I go ahead and book an experience. So it has moved itself away from a functional conversation of, hey, come stay with me in a homestay, versus, hey, come, let us be part of your vacation and create an experience for you which can be used.
Sure.
Same goes for the other brands also. A lot of the brands that are there, they have taken efforts in order to make sure that certain parameters that they were not really good on, for example, Digit, for example, Aegon, these were not brands which were part of the consideration set last year. And they have topped in a lot of aspects this year, so to say.
Over to you, Tarun. What, according to you, were some of the outliers in terms of trends from this CX India story?
So one of the things that I noticed was that customers are not expecting only efficiency, but a combination of efficiency as well as pleasure, the joy of the experience. And that is one of the things which is very unique in this study. The customers want the best and the most efficient way in which they can interact with the brand in the journey, as well as the fun of it, the joy of it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And finally, before we go, Trevor Noah and Roger Federer take the ride of a lifetime in a new film showcasing Switzerland's hottest tourist attractions. The Grand Train Tour is Federer's latest effort to boost tourism in his home country, Switzerland. Let's take a look at this fun film.
Well, look, Trevor, we don't need comedy. Let's just stick to the Grand Train Tour of Switzerland. Tell everybody how beautiful it is.
Let's not do comedy. I'm a comedian, Roger. You're killing me here.
Ah, just on time.
Oh, look who's not on time. Missed by 4 minutes. What happened? Huh? I thought you were Swiss.
But
4
the
minutes.
crew is over here.
Oh, I think the crew is on the wrong train.
No, we are on the wrong
Roger,
train.
relax. We're not on the wrong...
No, no.
Oh, we're moving. We're on the wrong train.
No, we are. I told you we're in the wrong train.
Now's not the time for blame, Roger. Just stop the train.
I can't stop the train. Conductor, stop the train!
Yes,
Halt bitte!
What? How?
No, but-
911!
No,
Stop.
it's too late.
4 minutes! Stop the train! Get your phone. He's saying he's calling you. Call my mom! Get your phone, Roger.
I don't have my phone.
What do you mean you don't have a
I don't know, I
phone?
gave it to Tony before I came on the train. You have your phone?
No, I don't have my phone. Why would you bring your phone on a shoot? Come on.
Next halt, Interlaken.
We're on our way to Interlaken. I don't even know what that is.
That's 2 hours away from here.
Okay, it's just not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, right?
We're in deep trouble.
Huh?
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.